This episode is brought to you by Honda. When you test drive the all-electric Prologue SUV, there's a lot that could impress you about it. There's the generous passenger space, the clean, thoughtful design, and the intuitive technology. But out of everything, what you'll really love most is that it's a Honda. Visit honda.com/EV to see offers.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for this day.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, welcome to Coach Unplugged. Coach Flitter and I he has convinced me to run a free clinic. He has convinced me to let you listen to a couple episodes of Coaching Youth Hoops, which I think will be really pertinent to you as a basketball coach. And we got some great free giveaways. So I'm going to let him take it from here. All right, let's head off to the podcast.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged. I'm so happy you decided to join us. Before we get started today, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shoe machine in the market. I've said this multiple times. We own 3 of them. I want a 4th and a 5th. My AD's listening to me, but they're so great. They work so well. They're so easy to set up. I think my record is 37 seconds or 32 seconds to set it up. But mention Coach Unplugged, they'll give you $450 off. Mention Coach Collins, they'll take really good care of you. And also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. This is a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's everything you need from a nationally ranked. We won 3 state titles. I think we were just talking recently. We've won over 460 games in our program and lost 130 over the last 20 years. And I think we know the secret sauce to be successful, the roadmap, what it takes on and off the court. So go over and check it out and enjoy the podcast. Bye. So if you could give one tip to a coach as far as athletic performance, what would be you can only give them one tip. They're only going to hear this one tip from you. What would you say for sports performance that you would give to the basketball coach?
Again, because it's the foundation of everything. This sounds like a broken record, I sound like a football coach saying this. I understand that I want people to understand that I've been around for a long time. I've been a strength and conditioning coach for 27 years. And I've seen the things come and go. So I'm not saying this flippantly. Get your kids stronger. Get your athletes, get them started strength training as soon as you feel like they're psychologically ready to be committed to it. Get them stronger because it's the foundation of everything. And again, I'm not saying that I want them to be powerlifters. I'm not saying I want them to strength train like football players. I want them to strength train like an athlete. I want them to be to strength train in a way that helps them move better, not in a way that hinders their movement. So get them stronger. As soon as you can start to do that, start working on the technique that lays a foundation so that, again, when they're post-puberty, they can actually start to get on and put some muscle mass on and get stronger when it matters.
And what age would that be?
It's different for everybody, really.
Okay.
The first part is if you have a kid who's really, obviously we all know that there's 11-year-olds out there who act like 15-year-olds, and then there's 11-year-olds out there who act like 8-year-olds, right?
Right.
So it really depends on that. Are they psychologically, cognitively ready to start something like that? Are they willing to listen and do what's being asked of them, or are they too squirrely?
Right.
Handle it. So that's the first part. physiologically, like I said before, girls need to start strength training as soon as they start to hit their growth spurt, because they're going to get.
That's like 12. That's like 11, 12 probably.
It's 11 and a half. Yeah, 11 and a half years old. That's the average. That's the average growth spurt for females. Because their levers are going to get longer, but they're not going to get stronger.
Right.
Which puts them at higher risk for injury.
When's boys big one?
Boys is 13.5, 13.7 actually, but 13 and a half years old. So with boys though, when boys go through their growth spurt, they have what's called a neuromuscular growth spurt as well. So their nervous system improves in its contraction velocity, so it can contract muscles harder. So they actually do get a little stronger automatically when they grow.
And do boys get more than one
growth spurt?
Yeah.
No, you have one growth spurt. Some are longer than others, or some might come in little waves. But yeah, everybody's got one adolescent growth spurt.
And when does that stop? Like you can have a growth spurt from 13 to 18?
Not usually, but it's possible. Usually what's going to happen is that it's about 18 to 24 months is your growth from the time of the onset of your growth spurt to the exit of your growth spurt. But you have to think of it as a line, right? So you're growing fast, your peak, and then you come down, but you're still growing fast.
But you're still growing.
You're on your way down until you're not growing anymore.
Okay. That makes sense.
I don't think there's ever, I mean, maybe there's cases of athletes who've had multiple growth spurts, but usually it's one long growth spurt that just kind of continues and slows down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it slows, and then you only do it.
And then all of a sudden now you're an adult. Well, now once you're an adult, your body can utilize all those resources toward, putting on muscle mass and getting stronger. It doesn't have to utilize those resources toward making your bones longer and connective tissue longer and all that stuff.
I love that. Well, thank you. I know you got to go head off to work, so thank you for being on. I appreciate it. You answered all my questions.
Excellent.
Very rarely do you answer all my questions without making fun of me, so I appreciate it.
I didn't make fun of you once. Not once.
I know. That was very good. All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. See you. Thanks.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Memorial Day doorbuster deals are here at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $80 on the Master Forge 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, rewards members save $900 on the Lowe's exclusive Hisense French door refrigerator, now only $999. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.